So we're at Jim's Sports Bar here in Chisholm, Minnesota. Bright lights in the bar, all that good stuff. But first guest, the inaugural guest on the Hibbing Speedway podcast, I guess you could say. But Andrew Inman, Modified Track Champion last year. You even got the jacket. Did you go to a soda banquet to get that, or?
No, they mailed it to us.
They mailed it to you.
Yeah.
So tell me about being not only a modified rookie, but also a champion at Hibbing Speedway. Well, Hibbing Raceway last year.
Right, yeah, Hibbing Raceway. Yeah, it was a pretty surreal season. Jumping from the Midwest Modified class up to, we always had pretty good shows at Hibbing. I felt like it was one of my stronger tracks. And definitely didn't think we'd win or even, I was happy with top, keeping up with the field, honestly. Like jumping up to that class, it's brutal.
So why is it brutal?
Well, they've all been doing it a long, long time. As everyone knows, like this racing stuff's it's not as easy as going in there and hitting the pedal, that's for sure.
Right.
So kind of getting a grasp on the setup stuff, on the adjustments the car wants, versus 3-link versus 4-link was the hardest. Yeah, I felt like driving-wise, I felt confident that I'd be able to get it as long as I had the knowledge behind me to get the power to the track. It's a lot of power and not a lot of tire. So these mods, they're tough to get moving.
Tell me let's get some background on your racing career before last year.
Before last year, so I started off the career, I was 14. My dad built me a pure stock, and we ran that 1 year, and I did not light the world on fire, that's for sure. I think I hit everything under the sun. And the following year, he sold the pure stock because he said he was sick of pounding solid steel door panels out. And he said, no, he raced Midwest mods currently during that time. So he was like, no, we're done with this sledgehammer business. So we'll hop on the aluminum bodied cars. They're a little easier to straighten out. I got his backup car or his hand-me-down. He got a new car, and then I got his old one, and then jumped up the next year. I believe, what does that make this, the 17th year, something like that, 17th, 18th year behind the wheel. And then, led to the modified career, and a lot better than I thought it would go, that's for sure.
So tell me about the modified. I mean, how many years you been in one?
In the A-Mod?
1 year, right?
1 year, yeah. Last year was the opening, the inaugural try.
So before that, pure stocks, that's what you started in. You went to Midwest Mod?
Yes.
How long did you Midwest Mod for?
That was from 2007 until 2023. We ran Midwest Mod. Light schedule at first, just not made of money, so it was more of a Sunday play thing. Just me and the old man got to hang out and do stuff with your dad, really. And kind of blossomed as we built the program up, got a little more funding in the budget, met the right people, and then it kind of grew and grew and grew. Then we were running 2-3 nights a week by the end there, and I felt like we had a pretty successful Midwest Mod career, and I kind of proved everything I needed to prove in that class to myself, and then just always wanted, since I was 2 years old, I wanted to run an A-Mod.
So 16 years in a Midwest Mod.
Yeah, it was quite the career. It took me 13 full years before I even won a race, a feature event. It was a curse I couldn't get
It
past.
took you 13 years to win a race.
Yeah, 13 years. 13 Conduct Law Speedway. I'll never forget it. We finally got it done. Mind you, I did have to race against Skeeter Esty most of my career, so that's
right.
We know who was in first.
Right.
I actually got to win finally. Yeah. I mean, they say a win's worth 10 more years in a career, so I think we're good until I'm an old man now.
So consistency was the key last year for a modified. Well, first of all, what kind of modified, what chassis, what are you running right now?
Like I mentioned earlier, we're connected with the right people now. We got relationships built where they need to be built. And we're an MB Custom, Jimmy Marr's car. And man, if I thought I knew a little bit about cars, you go down there and spend 10 minutes with them and you realize you don't know anything about a car. Because they're so smart, they're so good with the tech support, and just everything about it's a great experience to own a Mars car. I suggest everyone buys one because they are great people. Super fast car, really easy to drive. Kind of one of those deals. I'm blessed to be in a position to have this equipment that I've been able to buy myself owner-operator. Like, no one's buying this stuff for me. So, just work hard. If you want it, just keep grinding, more overtime. And sometimes the stars align and get you in the right spot.
So consistency was the key last year to get this championship?
Yeah, with any championship, consistency is definitely your friend, but you got to win too. Like, I don't think you could win one just off consistency. There's too many good people in this class. So we ended up kind of weird. I raced at one time at Ogilvie just to shake it out and come up to Hibbing opening night, and we won the feature that night. And I'd be lying if I said I was comfortable in the car. But,
right.
It kind of works out. A lot of luck in the sport too, as well as hard work in the shop, making sure everything's going to run perfect every single night.
So going into 2025, we're going to have a brand new track, and yet you're excited about it. I mean, you've shared that on social media and whatnot. You've been with this track forever. What's it like to have different excitement and different and really more so than anything, not only different operations, but a move away from having a board as it's been for 49 years?
Yeah, the change sometimes, it can be rough on people. People don't like change.
Right.
I've always embraced it because, change is coming no matter, good, bad, or ugly. So we might as well, as you shifted into the promoter role and the board went away, not knocking the board, they did the best they could with the options they had.
Right.
New growth, new eyes, a lot of this stuff, like running a podcast, I love every second of this. Completely uncomfortable, and I probably sound like a goon, but this is what the sport needs. We need to hit more eyeballs. We need to get to the youth, mostly. We want to, plant these seeds where we can for the long run. Always looking in the future. And everything you've done, like you mentioned, I'd shout you out on social media. Yeah, you're moving. I can tell you're in it for the right thing. I can tell you love the sport. Just everything you do, from the big late models all the way down to reviving Pennsboro, was pretty awesome. It's almost like It
was a lot of damn work. It was.
Yeah, you're an animal for doing that. That's wild. But
yeah,
seeing the finished product, I think, was worth every penny just to watch that place come right back to life. And I'm very, very excited.
Tell us about the Hibbing track, though. Tell us about, the surface and what you've dealt with in the past 20 years.
Yeah, it's for a while there, it was very, very dry and slick and slow. It's got a lot of rubber in it, that's for sure. I know it'll be all different. I'm sure there'll be grip, but it'll be nice not to have to bolt 3 brand new tires on every single night because they're destroyed.
Right.
So on that aspect, I'm also happy.
I mean, at this point right now, after doing soil samples, there's really nothing left in the track anymore. No. Like, literally nothing left. But a lot of people ask, are we going to reshape it? Are we going to do... No, it's going to stay consistent to what it's been. It'll just have new clay and organics and things like that, so it should be racier all night long.
And there's certain conditions, if it rains just the perfect amount, not too much, it can be a very racy place. So that's where, on the flip side of that coin, everyone's afraid of the new clay. I'm super excited.
Right.
Because I know when that thing's got 3 lanes, holy smokes.
It's fun.
You can put on a show. It's a slide job every single corner.
Right. And I think what people really need to understand more than anything is, like you said, change is hard, right?
Right.
Now they're going to have to do all new setups.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that thing. I feel pretty comfortable that, the grip normally is a little easier to set up for.
Right.
Like that very unique Hibbing, there's no secret that come Labor Day, all the locals are going to be in that top half of the pack because it's a very unique slick. It's not like anywhere else. I mean, it turns glass, but then all of a sudden, once the rubber hits, like traction will come up out of nowhere. I mean, I don't think I've ever won a race on the bottom, and everyone thinks you run the tires every night. I only run the top. Sometimes I'm the only guy up there, and I'm going straight backwards, but I'm very, very excited for the new clay. And just the new people.
Yeah.
New people, new look. The victory lane out by the grandstands, that's money. That's the best thing I've seen.
There's some more with that. Oh. I'm just not sharing it yet.
Okay.
But I'm
excited.
But here's what we're going to do. We'll end it this way. We'll thank your sponsors at the end, but this is what I'm going to do. I haven't shared the schedule yet, correct? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this iPad that has a schedule on it, and you're going to get to look at it without knowing what is going on, okay? But I want you to look at that and just kind of think about it for a second, and then you give me your thoughts, okay? Okay? So I'm going to hand this over. Hold on. So now he's looking at it.
I don't have my glasses on, so this might be a little trick. Woo! Got a banger. We got a banger signed up. I knew you would. I had a feeling. Man, that's also what this place needs.
Right.
Get the fans in the stands. Oh, yeah. That's a solid lineup there. You're bringing the heat right out of the gate.
Well, just to give people a little thought, a little bit of insight without looking at the schedule. They'll look at it after we're done here, but very traditional to an extent. But what you have a lot of is, of course, your Saturday night program, which you're going to continue to anchor around that, but switched it up a little bit, running some Sundays,
right,
running some Tuesdays, running some bigger events, but not out of the gate, not really going too crazy yet.
No, right.
But yeah, then there's the banger that you'll see on there after this is done tonight. We'll share it on social media. But Labor Day shootout. Now, the key about that is we got to continue to maintain that and build that for the city, because that's how it is. I mean, that's always been the thing, right?
100%. Labor Day, I remember I was probably 6 years old. I told my mom I was walking behind her, going to watch one of the uncles race at Labor Day, and I saw the Labor Day shootout T-shirt with all the names on it. I looked right at her and I said, one day my name will be on that T-shirt. It's not yet, but we've been close. We've been close.
So another thing is we're going to have the bar open too again. Now, have you ever been down to the bar under the grandstands?
I have not in my career. It's always been, I mean, it was probably open when I was younger. It's probably where the old man was sneaking off to, but...
But you've been down there before?
I've never seen it.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
Right, I'm going to have to now, for sure.
So we'll get the bar back up and open after the events are done. Instead of going to the pits or whatever, you come up to the bar, you get paid, and then we'll be having a good time after the races are done every night. And... build that camaraderie back up, some things like that, but it's really cool down there. It's kind of almost a crime that they didn't use it, but we'll use it now. But again, it's part of a new era, and again, like you said, different set of eyes. I can look at it much differently than anybody from here because I'm not from here.
100%.
But yet, I want to maintain the prestige of Hibbing and what it's been in the past, and make sure that there's change, but there's not. Let's call it we're revising it, improving it, different management, whatever you want to call it. But before we go, thank your sponsors. You said you fund this operation on your own, and that's huge.
100%.
That's huge, and I'm sure there's some supporters you got to thank.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't go around the track without the good people behind me. Well, we'll try not to get emotional, but I just lost my father a couple weeks back, but he was my biggest supporter. It didn't even need to be money. He was in the garage with me, and Handyman Steve, LLC, I'm going to run him on the hood forever. Like, it doesn't matter. Big shout out to him. Started this whole journey off, and we built it to where it is now together. So this will be inaugural year, more change, but it happens. Dave's Automatic Transmission, been with me forever. JT Auto Sales out of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Who else are we? The CMD Race Shocks, MB Custom Race Cars, Zach's Miller's Metal Roofing, and Shooter Guy Photos, and the Doghouse Bar and Grill. All those, I mean, I don't care if you give me $1, I treat everyone the same. Like, even if you come over and turn a wrench, I'll probably shout you out. And honestly, shout out Timmy Bassa. He's always buying me a random tire here or there. Everything helps,
That's big. They're spendy these days.
Oh boy, yeah. Try to keep the wife off the receipts, because it's only $100. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe about 5 years ago.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Last question though. What do you want to see for Hibbing Speedway going forward?
I want to see car counts. I want to see the car counts. Now I think they got kind of and it wasn't even the last 10 years, I would say, but previous. I don't know if they had bad eggs. I don't know the backstory, but everyone has this negative connotation of favoritism, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm hoping that goes away and it brings new drivers in, because it really is one of the best tracks. Like, when it's on, you can run one heck of a program.
Yeah, I even think going back to like the 80s so I'm down originally from the Princeton area, and yeah, like the guys from the Central area, they always said, it's rough at Hibbing. They're tough on you. They're going to beat and bang you. There's favoritism and things like that.
Right.
That goes back to the 80s. Like, that's not a new thing. It's always been kind of that way. But yeah, after we get an opportunity, to showcase the track and the facility and get some new blood in, I don't think that matters anymore. I think it's a situation where, more so than anything, I want the racers to really enjoy the track. That's number one.
We appreciate it.
And if the racers enjoy it, the rest falls in place. Fans and food and all that all falls in place. So that's number one, if they have a good time. And that means guys that haven't been here. Guys that see this online or see videos of it, and they're like, or, the word gets around and it's like, hey, you got to get up here. Like,
right.
That's because here's the thing, Hibbing as a community, it's kind of like a sleeper. And I say that in all respect. I've been around the United States, but it's a sleeper in, like, if you take the time to kind of understand the area, it's not just Hibbing, by the way. It's Chisholm, it's
right.
Eveleth, it's Virginia, it's all that. It's a lot bigger than people would expect. And the fan base up here is hardcore.
Oh.
Like, it is one of the top in the United States.
It is crazy. Any given Saturday night, it could be 110 degrees outside, and it's packed. Like, Saturday night, they know what they're going to do, and it's coming to the racetrack.
So they're going to get a Saturday nights this year. They're going to get some Tuesday nights, a Sunday night, some different things, a little variety pack. But one of the big reasons why is I got together with all the other tracks. And we said, hey, let's all get together, make sure that we're not competing on top of each other, and at the same time helping those tracks out, helping them try to get some people and pull them. Like, what's wrong with the Grand Rapids having a Saturday night every once in a while?
Right. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things is these racetracks really got to start working all on the same for the greater good. They have a big special, and then there's 3 other specials on top of it. It's just watering it down for everyone, where if we could all get on the same page and, like you're doing currently, shift them around, do what you have to do, and you get this night, it's going to be better for everybody in the end. The car counts will go up because there won't be anywhere else to race on that particular night. So now you get the, highest up guys from all the tracks, load them on one track, and watch the fireworks. It's going to be fun.
So that new victory lane, okay? Now, you're going to promise me this. If you get into this new victory lane, are you going to do a dance on top of your car?
On top of it? You know what? I'll lock that in.
Okay.
We might have to hit the floss or something, do the Bobby Pierce up there.
There you go. All right, man. Thanks for doing this.
Hey, thank you for having me. Love everything you're doing. You know what you're doing. So keep plugging away, and we'll back you.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
100%. Thank you.
Yep.